everybody. Welcome to our first live coaching call in the Stay Swell community membership group. I'm super excited for these calls. I think they're going to be an awesome tool for me and for you to just be able to give you guys some awesome information and help answer your questions. So today I thought I would start with the abs because they are arguably the most important muscle group in our body in terms of protecting our movement patterns, keeping our body healthy, and especially after you've given birth, that just kind of all goes out the window. Everything that you've built up. As I was a circus acrobat, and I had babies just a few years after I retired from the circus. So as you can probably guess, I had quite an awesome set of abs going, and those were pretty hard to recover. I found the first one, I got it back pretty quickly, but I know what to do. The second one, even knowing what to do, without really the time, the energy, and then also just it wasn't easy. So that second time around, man, those abs really got destroyed. And for all of you with even more babies than that, even more pregnancies than that, those abs really need some work. So whether you had a baby 6 weeks ago, 6 months ago, 6 years ago, 16 years ago, and you didn't address any sort of rehabilitation of those abs, you may still not be utilizing them properly, whether or not there was a separation. So, without going into ab separations, we'll probably touch on that another time. Let's go over some basics about reestablishing that neurological connection to your abs. When we're pregnant or when we're just not using them, when we're sitting a lot, our brains just stop remembering that we have abs. So that neurological connection, the neurons firing and saying, hey, abs, you need to do this work for this movement, that's not happening. So we're going to start using just faulty movement patterns that create stiff and sore backs, that create really painful hips. We will overuse those hip flexors, which are the, let's see if I can do this, the muscles right in here that lift the legs. So we'll overuse those guys and not use our abs. So those can cause lots of problems. So an exercise that I like to do is to just sit up. I'll turn to the side a little bit so you can see. Sit up nice and tall. Hold that up. And focus on where your abs are now. Not necessarily your abs, your belly button, being that that's at the front of your abdominal muscles. As you breathe, they're going to go out and in as you exhale, right? So I want you to start thinking about that. Think about that sort of inhale, abs going out, exhale, pulling in. You want to think about those abs kind of pulling back towards your spine. So if you think about those as sort of levels, all the way out here is like level 1, and all the way back in towards your spine as far as you can. We're not sucking, we're pulling. That is maybe level 5 or 6. Those of you who have my ab rehab handout, I think it goes all the way up to level 6. So just think about sort of where you are. When you're doing your exercises, I want you to think about being at like level 4, 5, really pulling that belly button in toward your spine. And this isn't just for your ab exercise. Actually, your ab exercises, if you're lying on the floor, I want you to really pull down as hard as you can towards the floor. So this is how you engage the abs. You're flattening the spine out, but notice I'm talking fine. So I'm not breathing to hold it there. I'm using my abs to pull it down. So as you go through an ab exercise, maybe a crunch up and down, you're maintaining that ab engagement by pulling that belly button down towards the spine. If you're not even thinking about it, you're going to go like this, the belly is going to poof out, hip flexors start tightening. You're really only getting maybe some of these surface abs in here, right up at the top, and those hip flexors. And you're using that lower back. So focusing on pulling down, getting those deep abs, not only is that going to help protect your back, but what that's going to do is help pull everything in. So those are actually called your girdle muscles, and they help keep everything nice and tight. So looks good and feels good. So that's the way that you want to really make sure that you are engaging them during your ab exercises. As you stand up into squats, lunges, curtsy lunges, bent over rows, all of those, you want to think about pulling that belly button in towards the spine and holding it there. That's what's going to really help support that low back. So let's get into those a little bit. I was going to walk you through some exercises, but I feel like maybe more information is a little bit better today. Then I will make a nice video for you on those rehab exercises. Okay, so as you're in that sort of bent over position, you pop the booty up, pull that belly button in, then you're protecting the spine. As you sort of round forward, and this is where we'll do like rows, flies. You can even without weights do arm circles here. We're getting that back, that upper back strong, but we're not tightening this lower back. It's kind of counterintuitive because you kind of feel like, well, if I go like this, that's tightening here. But if you go like this, that's actually working those muscles, and it's going to get them tight and super achy. So you want to make sure you pull in the belly button and support that low back through all of those exercises. So think about it. Use those brain muscles to help fire those ab muscles. All of the work that we do, almost every exercise that I incorporate into our workouts are actually ab exercises too. So the more you can work on that neurological connection and say, okay, I can do the exact same movement, standing up, lifting my leg, and just using my hip flexors and tightening my lower back and loosening my abs, that's not going to work the same muscles as if you do that exact same movement. You squeeze your tush, pull in your belly button, and lift the leg. That's going to actually incorporate your glutes, your abs, and the muscles that we actually want to be firing. So, hi Nadine. We've got one person joining. The timing of these, I can't really figure out the best time, so we'll probably work on that, but for now, we can all watch these recordings. I didn't get any questions this time around, so I don't know if Nadine, you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll take these opportunities to hear what you guys are curious about learning and focus on the things that I feel like I get the most questions about. I have a lot of blog posts to answer questions, but I think it's really important that you guys are able to ask questions and get the answers that you are looking for. So keep questions coming. I'm going to be posting these once a week. We're going to have lots of really awesome community members in these calls. We have one coming up on Sunday. I'll announce that soon. That's going to be all about meal prepping. I'm the person to ask with all the nutrition advice, fitness advice, muscle groupings, things like that. But I'm going to bring in a lot of pros to talk to you about all sorts of other health and wellness tools and tips that you guys might need. So on Sunday, we've got a food coach joining us. Again, I'm going to be announcing him soon and introducing you all to him. And he's going to help us figure out some awesome ways to prep our meals and kind of take that anxiety out of cooking healthy and finding ways to make it work for busy people. All right, so there goes our first coaching call. Thanks for joining and thanks for watching. And respond here in the comments if you have any questions. I'll answer, or I can do a little follow-up video, and we'll get into the swing of these coaching calls. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.